think it's just a little bit of magic that we all need to know a little bit more about.
What I really love is, like today, is coming back to group, meeting mums, supporting them and making sure that they've got that really, really good advice and support.
Today we are at an infant feeding group, just catching up with some of the mothers that we've supported through the NHFT's infant feeding team. I think that it's really important for families to get infant feeding support when they need it, regardless of how they're feeding their babies.
One of the mums I've worked with is Ellie. I first met Ellie when she was having some difficulties in her breastfeeding journey.
Morning everyone. I'm Ellie. I'm a first time mum to our little boy Luca. Being your first baby, you don't have experience to draw upon. I think it's important to reach out and get that support from other people, to know that you're not alone on your journey. I'd say Katie from the infant feeding team, she's been there throughout. She was really supportive. She really listened to what our preferences would be.
With breastfeeding, there is a lot of advice that isn't evidence-based that will undermine your breastfeeding, and actually it's really simple solutions and just spending time with them, and that's probably the part of my job I love the most.
So, hi Georgina, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you, Emma. Yeah, we're doing really well. I'm Georgina and this is Lottie, who's 4 months old.
How has your breastfeeding journey overall been?
I've got 2 other children and I've had mixed experiences with both. With my second, I was really keen on persevering with breastfeeding with him and ended up feeding for 2.5 years. It's not something that you hit 6 months or hit 12 months and then all of a sudden, just because you're weaning your baby onto food, you need to be weaning them off breast milk. The nutritional value of it doesn't run out when a baby starts having solids, and breast milk's the best thing, even when they're older.
Well done for doing a fantastic job of
promoting
that longer term breastfeeding.
Breast milk is much more than the milk being delivered to the baby. It's about that relationship building. It's really good for baby's brain development, but it really helps with parental well-being as well.
I think it's really important to persevere with breastfeeding. If that's what a mother wants to do, we do have research now that shows that giving up breastfeeding before you're ready can have a long-term impact.
Breastfeeding is something that can be challenging, and I think if it's something that you really want to do and you feel strongly about, then those hurdles can be overcome with the right support.
If you are struggling with feeding in any form, ask for help. Speak up.
Take it a day at a time or a feed at a time if things are really tough.
We support all mothers regardless of how they're feeding their babies. Our service offers home visits, one-to-one clinic appointments and video calls for those people that prefer them or aren't able to get to a clinic locally.
So our infant feeding team, we've got a helpline you can call.
I feel like our infant feeding team makes a real difference to the families that access us. So please do get help so we can support you with your journey.
And really just say, hi, I'm here, I'm finding it tough.
Breastfeeding isn't always easy, but it is always worth it.